Hey everybody, I'm Ellen here at etrailer.com, and we're going to take a quick look at the Performance Tools Rivet Gun. This is a pretty handy thing to have if you're trying to make any kind of repairs, maybe to some flashing on the outside of your house, or maybe you're trying to replace some rivets on your vehicle. A lot of times if you have to take off the fascia of your vehicle, there'll be some rivets that you have to put in place. So this can be a really handy tool. It's kind of a specialized one, but once you have it and you need it, it's really nice to have one. This is actually a pretty nice version of a rivet gun from what I've seen. One of the first things you'll notice right off the bat is that it gives you 4 different sizes to use. So that's kind of unusual, hence why it's deemed a professional grade riveting tool. Something else that I like about it is that it doesn't take any tools to switch those out. It's just this threaded on piece. They are color coded, so it kind of makes it easy to swap out and remember which one's which. The one that it comes with, or at least mine had already in place, is a 3/16 or a 4.8 millimeter. You also get a 3/32, a 1/8, and a 5/32, or 2.4, 3.2, or 4.0 millimeter if you want to go metric. So pretty easy to swap those out. They just thread right in place, so that's pretty nice. Also gives you some adjustability for the length of the nail that comes off the back of that rivet, and then it just has kind of a set ring to tighten that down. So if you want to adjust it out, I have it kind of at the furthest that it'll go right now, but if you want it to be a little bit tighter, you can just thread that in. So pretty tool-free design for all those features. That's something that's a little bit different. A lot of the other ones will have like a little bitty wrench that it usually comes with, but you know, it's having a little tool, it's just kind of annoying. So making it just easy to thread on and off, that's kind of nice. It's a little bit simpler. And again, you just tighten that down. It does have that pass-through design, so as soon as you get things riveted in place and everything is broken off, that pin can come through and fall out the back, so you don't have to try to coax it out. But if anything were to happen, it does get jammed up. Maybe you use the wrong size without realizing it. You can remove this portion pretty easily. Again, no tools required for that. And then if you really need to get access in there, this would require a tool to get access to those little jaws that actually hold the pin in place and the spring and everything in there. So I just used a little adjustable crescent wrench. It's kind of the easiest thing to get on there. And you want to be careful with this because, again, there is a spring behind it. So as you loosen this up all the way, that spring will come off, so you just want to be really careful. Something else I like that is it's all lubed up, so should last you a while. If we open that up, you can see this is our spring piece. We've got our jaws that kind of move around on us here. So when you're threading this back on, if you ever need to, you might never even need to do this, but just to show you, you want to be really careful to get everything lined back up and make sure that you don't cross thread the piece here. It can be kind of easy to do, so just take your time to make sure that everything is lined up properly. Again, you might not ever really need to do that, but I just kind of want to show you what this guy is made of. I'm pretty pleased with this. I think this is a pretty nice version, again, of a rivet gun. I think it'll do a pretty good job without actually having a rivet to try it out on, just kind of playing around with it and getting the feel for the tool itself. I just think it feels really nice. The handle's pretty comfortable. It's indexed for your hand pretty well. It seems to have a pretty good stroke, so it shouldn't take too long to get your rivet put in place and for everything to expand and all that good stuff. Again, we want to swap out from one to the other. I'll take out my little 3/16. I can swap it for my 3/32 or whichever one you want to use. Put that in place. Again, just be careful not to cross thread. Tighten it down. You can adjust out the length. Maybe want to make it a little bit longer. Tighten that ring back down to make sure it's nice and secure and it doesn't turn. And then you can just thread that other piece into the handle. So all in all, I think it's a pretty nice tool to have. Again, it's a kind of specific tool to have in your toolbox, but once you ever need to have a rivet, having a rivet gun just is kind of an essential part of having a toolbox. But that's pretty much it for our quick look at the rivet gun with mounted nose pieces. I hope that this has been helpful in deciding if this is the right tool for you. We do have a lot of other tools available here at etrailer.com, along with a lot of other accessories and parts and all kinds of good stuff, so be sure to check them out. Thanks for watching.